So in this video, we're going to focus on the actual process of making the call through the sales tool. In this particular case, HubSpot Sales is the tool that we actually use. And we're going to just kind of give you a high-level overview at first, and then we're going to walk you through the specific details on exactly what you need to do with the system itself. So first off, there's roughly 4 different areas that you need to be aware of in the sales tool process. Okay, so the first thing is, as I said before in our initial overview video, is that leads are essentially going to be dumped in from an Excel spreadsheet into the system. This is not a step that you need to do, but when those leads come into the system, they will be entered as a list of companies. Okay, they will be entered as a list of companies into the system. Once these companies have been entered, you will first be responsible for converting or creating a contact for the company. So in the list of companies, you will see the name of the company, and you will also see a contact, primary contact, owner, manager, etc. Now, because we're importing the list, the CRM system does not recognize this contact as a true contact. We'll say true contact in the sense of their application. So what you need to do is, once you've viewed the company information, you actually have to then create an actual contact, a real contact for the purposes of making phone calls through the application itself. Now, when you create that contact and you're ready to make your call, then your next step is essentially you will make the call to the prospect through the contact. You cannot, and this is very important, you cannot make a call to a company. This does not exist. You cannot do that. You have to actually make those calls through the contact itself. And so if you don't see the call option, you're most likely in the company section. You have to be under a contact in order to make that call. Once you've placed that call, your next step is essentially, while you're on the call or after the call, is to record notes, and you're going to enter all specific details about the call itself. So if you receive a voicemail, then enter voicemail, and please spell out the entire word, because it's very important, because we're going to be doing additional analysis on this information afterwards. So I'd like you to write the actual word out, voicemail, not VM. Once you've recorded those notes, and I would suggest that when you enter the notes, you enter it into the notes section, all of the notes first, then you will enter it into the specific field. So once you've recorded the notes, then you'll basically proceed to update the contact itself. So you're going to update the contact information, and then we'll have the information. So assuming that you've received the email address for that particular contact, then you will enter the email address for the user. So you're going to enter the email address. Say this is an access for that particular user or contact in the system. And then obviously the next part is basically just sending the email out to the actual contact at that particular point and move on to the next task. If the contact is indeed qualified or you've booked a meeting with them, then you will also, in addition to that, update the status. It's called the life cycle stage. Life cycle stage. Life cycle stage, and the life cycle stage is sales qualified lead. So that says sales qualified lead. So that's basically the process altogether. Okay, so first off, when you're ready to log into the system, again, we will send you all the links to the tool itself. But when you're ready to log in, you do not use the actual login form here. What you will do is go down to the bottom and actually click on the login with a connected account, which will then connect your Google account or your Gmail account with our system, not your personal Gmail account, but our business account. So whatever email address that we provide for you, whether it's John@CanDev Services, Mary@CanDev Services, whatever email address you do, you will click in here in order to connect that account together. So you will click on login with connected account. This will then prompt you to a page where you'll be able to sign in with your Gmail account. In this particular case, I'm already logged in, so it just basically dumped me directly to the dashboard itself. Once you're in the tool itself, when you're in the actual application, there's a few things that you'll see. So you're on the dashboard. Because you're starting out, there won't be much information here. once you've actually started making some phone calls itself, you will see this number, the number actually increase. So all for this month versus last month, you can see. So calls placed last month, 386. And here you could expand it and see your history of all those calls, including those notes. And this is why it's very important that those notes are entered, else it shows up as a dash here or blank, and that's not of any use to us. So there's a reason why we're asking you specifically to enter those notes. Keep it short, don't have to be too detailed, but we don't want shorthand because it's very important that we're able to scroll through and see the notes here and be able to follow up. If you wanted to quickly jump back to a contact, you can actually just click on the name and that will take you directly to a contact. When you're in the company, this is what you will see. You will see a list of companies that are in the system. Now the companies are broken down into multiple sections, but we've created a filter for you called cold call-in list. So if you look here on the right-hand side, there's a list called cold call-in list. This is the pool of companies that have not, and I have to stress that, have not been called. They've never heard from us. This is just a list of names that's been dumped into the system. And here you will be able to see all the relevant information, including person's contact name here. You will also see obviously the company and phone number all together, but you have to filter this list. So make sure that you're in the cold call-in list in order to, again, this number here actually shows you how many cold call companies exist for you to call. Okay, now there's multiple people that are actually making calls from this list. So the minute a call is made or the minute somebody makes a call to a contact, this list will actually go down and the associated contact gets filled in. In other words, you are assigned that particular lead. And that's how we are able to track who is the right person that's made the call with this particular vendor or prospect. So the process is very simple from this point. What you're going to do is you're going to click on the name. So let's say that we have this particular person here. We're going to click on their name, click on the company name. What we want to do is we want to copy the contact name. And again, we're going to create a contact. So we're going to go down to the bottom and we're going to click add contact. Then we'll paste that contact into the box at the top, which that name will not exist. If it does not matter. You still want to create a contact. And you're going to do create contact, not click on done because that won't work. You click on create a contact. Once you create the contact, you obviously don't have their email address at this point. If you notice, this has been assigned to you. In this case, it's assigned to me. And then you click create contact. This will then switch you directly over to the contact itself. So looking below here, this is the actual company. At the top, this is the contact information itself. And then from there, you have a series of options, things that you can do. You could create a note. So if you wanted, you could enter some notes here and you could press the save button. That will actually show up here. Secondly, you could make a call to that contact. And you can start placing a call by clicking on the call button. And once you start the call, you must click the record button. It will show up on the right-hand side. It shows up right in this corner. Once you actually press the call from browser button. You can also log activity. So let's pretend for a second that you did some sort of offline activity with the user. You would be able to log it here. Log a call that you made. Let's say they had a call back, for instance, a customer or the prospect called you back. You would probably could log it here. And here you would create a task. So this is where you create a task if you need to reschedule an appointment or any single thing with that particular customer, including schedule. So that's it for a high-level overview of the process of getting a contact, getting a lead, converting it into a contact, and actually placing the sales call itself. The next video, we're going to actually get into the actual call and that process.